DevOps is not about people, says George. You say.
The irony about this was I was thinking of responding that the biggest misconception was that DevOps is not about people. So start us off right. I think that what we're talking around continuous delivery, increasing the wheels from a technical perspective is really what we are trying to accomplish, right? I think if we distill DevOps down to the creation of DevOps, it really is this idea of breaking down silos, right? There's this classic, the 2009 VelocityConf talk at Flickr, where you had a developer and an operations person giving a talk together. And I think, the reality of the complexities of our technical systems means that we have to get along across different parts of the organization in order to deliver a single cohesive product to our end users. And the technology is really, I agree, that's what enables all of that to happen, and greasing the wheels is a really critical aspect of that. But the only way that you get there is if you get the people working together in a way that, they can blur the line between what they've created and actually delivering it.
Okay, so we've got one who says it's not about people, then the other one who says, I didn't expect this, so I'm gonna keep exploring this one a little bit. Adam, you seem to have also reacted a little bit. Where's your thought?
Yeah, I was like, what? Obviously people are the doers, and computers are the executors. I think the biggest thing is it's hard to define, and everyone will say this, you ask 10 people what DevOps is, you get 20 answers, right? And I've never been asked what DevOps isn't. So I think for a second, but generally it's not a concrete answer, and that's probably the best. It's different to everyone, it's different organizations. You have Autodesk with 2,000 DevOps engineers who just last week were operations engineers for jobs, and then there's people that come from the engineering background that are now DevOps and they don't even know, they haven't used a command line, right? Like what is it? Each company is different. I think the general thing that we can all agree upon is the principles, right? It's the automation, it's your service organization for the engineers to perform better, to do their job better, let technology get out of their way so they can write good code, good product. That's just at the end of the day. So things you want to shift away from are the minutiae and details of we have 10 computers, but don't worry about that, it's in the cloud, or what, it doesn't matter. The idea is that everyone that actually understands the end goal, which is, making sure that engineering organizations perform at their best, and you can get code out the door, and good code, and well-tested code. That's how it would.
If we go to a slight different aspect of the definition, let's focus on the outcomes for a second. Swati, would we have agreement on what the outcomes for DevOps would be? Most companies, even with different definitions on what exactly it is in this digital transformation that they're going through, but the outcome seems to be clear. What is your thoughts on what the outcomes for a well-implemented DevOps best practices are?
You have to give me the most difficult question.
That's what you do when you start. Not what you did.
I think as an organization, you go through this journey of finding what the output you are looking for and then what the outcome. As long as you as an organization know what outcome you want to reach, the way I see it is keep an eye on the end goal, and end goal meaning long-term goal. It's not end anymore, right? But a couple of years down the line, what you want to achieve, and more of start small in terms of figuring out are you achieving that, and then scale fast, right? Some of the, I think you mentioned it very well, some of the metrics that you were showing in terms of, and those are still output, is number of releases, now how number of incidents are going down for you, what the quality looks like, what the cost. A lot of those are output, but they all impact from outcome perspective and what we as an organization do it, NPS score both for developers experience and customer experience. And then how you align those output along with your outcome. We use design thinking as an approach in terms of making sure our output and outcomes are having a close loop and impact.
Appreciate that. Stas, you talked to a whole bunch of customers, I assume of Accenture that are trying to implement their DevOps practices. What do you see as the outcomes that they're trying to drive towards?
So what I see across companies is that people have very vague ideas of where DevOps is going to take them, except that that place is going to be better than what they have today. And so, in a sense, part of what we do is we help them quantify the impact that they're expecting. And typically the 4 dimensions that we highlight with DevOps in the first conversation is speed, quality, productivity, and employee engagement. For those metrics, we have a pretty good industry-wide picture, right? People have brought up DevOps research, and we see very positive impact of DevOps across the industry. But when you go into the company, into a particular company, very often they struggle to gather those metrics or to even define those metrics up front. And it's not that difficult. So earlier this year, I wrote a blog post about the metrics that are relevant to software engineering teams. They're easy to collect if you put your mind to it, but people don't do it. And I would actually turn that conversation to the rest of the panel and ask, why is that?
Right. Any questions on this particular subject from the audience? Otherwise, I wanted to switch to Rajiv on a slightly different question. Earlier in
Before
the...
that, can I comment on the output?
Oh, of
metrics?
course, please.
Okay. I think definitely output metrics are important. You are doing DevOps for a reason. But I think we have to always stay